This is the daily analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty. In this analysis, I will talk about my predictions which I posted yesterday on this channel, Trade and Grow. This is the community tab where I posted yesterday my analysis to ease the trading of traders. You can access my analysis from this tab, and this is a join button. Whatever the membership this channel provides, that is available on this tab. You can get each and every detail of the membership. Every day I post the analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty with concrete marking, with the perfect marking and the perfect predictions, how to use that marking with my predictions. And every day I authenticate these markings and ideas with the price action. Now in this video I will discuss about the predictions and the potential entries which you had to take according to the Vats 5-minute intraday techniques. I will advise you, don't skip even a single word of this video, because this will create a new sort of psychology to understand the market. Let us see my yesterday prediction, what I said about Nifty and Bank Nifty. Hi, this is your host Yogesh Vats from channel Trade and Grow. This is the posting of yesterday marking of Nifty, right, for 13/3/22. And what are the markings? Just see the markings also. These are the markings which I put only one zone and two halts. That's it. Let us see this marking on the price action so that you can understand the outline I gave here and how the price filled the color in form of price movement. If you see the graph, the chart of Nifty, you will see the same lines which I showed you in my predictions. This is the zone and these are two halts. If you see the price action, you will see the price took resistance exactly on halt 2, and after that this is the move. Before discussing the potential entries on this move, where you had to take position by applying Vats 5-minute intraday techniques with the trade idea which I provided yesterday in form of my predictions, let us discuss this first. This is the prediction for Nifty which I posted yesterday for today's trading. The important point is point number 3. Till price takes out halt 7 and zone 2 upside on 5-minute chart, my bias is range bound to downside. What a clear information I gave you in this line. I clearly mentioned that I made a halt 7 and zone on halt 2. If you combine it, it will become the zone. If that zone is taken out on 5-minute chart to upside, then my bias will be changed to upside. Otherwise, if it does not take out to the upside, then you will see the bias, my bias is range bound to downside till this condition does not get activated. Now you see the same condition, the same prediction of today's movement on the chart. I talked about this zone, halt 7 and halt 2. This is the zone which I made for today's trading. What I said that till this is intact, it is not taken out on the 5-minute chart, my bias is from range bound to downside. Can you feel that this is range bound between these two limits, and it is downside also? See, this is downside. So correctly informed about today's price action. Now let us discuss about the price action with this information which I provided you in form of my predictions. I clearly mentioned that this is the right zone which you have to see, and in every video or in every trade idea which I post on the community tab of YouTube, I every time say that always take your trades on my halts which I mark. Why I tell all about this every time? to make your mind, to make your habit to take trades on the halts which I mark by applying what's 5-minute intraday techniques. This is the reason. If you see, the price took exactly the resistance by making these two candles. If you see these two candles are the shooting star candles, right? And these shooting star candles clearly showed that this is the entry of bears, and that entry of bears confirmed by this candle. This is the candle which confirmed the entry of bears. Now let us discuss about the what's 5-minute intraday techniques on this level. If you are first time viewer, you do not know about the what's 5-minute intraday techniques which I made with my experience to make your trading easy, then I would suggest you to please see the suggested video which I will add at the end of this screen. In these videos you will find how to use the what's 5-minute intraday techniques on the chart. Let us discuss about these techniques here in today's price action. If you see, this is already a halt number 2 which I made 2 days back, right? 2 days back it was functioning as a support level of the price. You can see the price action of 2 days back. It was already providing the support, and I extended this for today's working and making a zone by making a halt 7. That is why I referred this as a zone. If you know the what's 5-minute intraday technique, if any point earlier it was support and then converted into the resistance, then whenever the price touches that level, it becomes the first testing point, not the temporary testing point. You know this rule of what's 5-minute intraday techniques. So here what happened, when the price touched this level, it became the first testing point, not the temporary resistance point, right? Because it is already converted into the change of polarity rule. So whenever this is the first testing point, then according to what's 5-minute intraday techniques, you know, sometimes means 30% of the time the trade comes after first testing. 70% of the time the trade comes after second testing. These are the basic rules of what's 5-minute intraday techniques, right? Now if you see the information of candlestick on these levels, and you have to apply the what's 5-minute intraday techniques on these marked level, because these marked level have potential to show, to react the price, to give the reaction on the price. That is why these levels are very important. I have been showing you these levels for last 2 years, and in 2 years you cannot take out even a single day. It's my challenge. You cannot take out even a single day on my videos where these levels did not work, right? Now for this, what you have to see, this is the first testing, right? And on the first testing, 2 candles are made, that is the shooting star candle. When this information you have, it means you need to confirm that information whether the price would cross this 171 EMA to downside or not. Sometimes what will happen, the price comes to this 171 EMA and will take support and will move to upside. So you have to wait the price action till 171 EMA is crossed. The grounds have already been made in form of this testing, first testing, and this is already a shooting star patterns. So 2 reasons you have already got, and third reason is whenever the price cross this 171 EMA, and this is the clear position, this is the clear confirmation of downside move, that this is crossed with the sellers. So this is your entry point. Whenever this sort of information comes, whenever the price crosses this level, you need not to wait for this candle to close. You just, whenever the price goes to downside and remains at least 2 minutes below this level, below this 171 EMA, it means that time is your entry time. And where will you put your stop loss? You will put your stop loss at this level. This is your stop loss level. Basically, if I would trade here, I'm an aggressive trader, so I believe to take small stop loss. That stop loss would for me is this candle stop loss. I would take the stop loss of this candle. But if you are not an aggressive trader like me, then you take the safe stop loss of this point. Right now, this is your entry point, and after that, what is happening? This 27 EME is acting as resistance. Till this is acting as a resistance, you need not to worry about your position to come out. Although the price is giving you the information of buying, but that buying is negated by these candles. These are the very small candles. These are the range candles. It means the price is now trading into the range, in the range, and this 27 EMA is providing resistance. That is why you need not to worry about your position. You just wait till this level is taken out to upside. Right now, I entered at this point. This is your reward, and still the price is going to downside. Right, whenever this candle is made, this is the first question that you have to book your profit at this level. But 27 EMA is not crossed, so you can wait. Right, and after that, what is happening? The price is going downside, downside, downside. Now check here. This is the level which I made for a support level, is a halt which I made. Now you can see the price reached near to this halt, and the information of the price is this is a candle which is called a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, this is the bullish engulfing candle along with this pattern. If you see this pattern, this is the morning star pattern, and after morning star pattern, this is bullish engulfing pattern which is made here. Whenever this pattern is made, I have entered at this point. It is good profit for me. I would not wait much to take more profit. I would exit from this position. This is actual the exit point. Whenever you find these two patterns and making a support, it means this pattern made a support. That is why we have to exit on this information, and this profit is very good profit had you entered at this point. I have already discussed about the logic behind the entry that you now know. And after that, what happened? The price whole day remained range bound. Right now, just see the price remained completely whole day range bound. So there is no trade after this entry. In Vats 5-minute intraday techniques, I every time tell you that if you apply these techniques on my marking which I provide every day with the trade idea, you will definitely get at least one trade in a day. After that, there is no trade because the price went into consolidation. This was the only trade for the Nifty. Now let us discuss about the Bank Nifty. What were the predictions I made yesterday for this day trading on Bank Nifty? Let us see these markings and predictions. This is the marking for Bank Nifty. Okay, and I made only 3 halts, first, second and third. Same halts you will see on the chart. This is a chart of Bank Nifty. You will find the same 3 halts, right? And now let us discuss about the potential entries, how you had to use this marking on the chart. Before that, let us discuss about the predictions which I made for this day regarding Bank Nifty. If you see the point number 2, here I clearly mentioned till halt 2 is not crossed to downside, my bias is upside for the day. In morning, the price is expected to range bound between halt 1 and 2. What I mentioned in the B part of this condition, that is, in morning price is expected to be range bound between halt 1 and 2. Right? When you have this sort of information with you, you know that the price is going to be range bound in the first half of the day. Then what would you do? You would see the price action and you would try to take your trades according to the information which is available with you in form of marking and trade idea that the price is going to be range bound at least half of the day, right? That information you have. Now you can see this is the very first candle. Where did it take resistance? It took resistance on halt number 1, exactly on halt number 1, and after halt number 1, what happened? The price went downside. Now you will think that I told you that sir has already given that the price would remain range bound in halt number 1, between halt number 1 and halt number 2. This is halt number 1, this is halt number 2. So that information is available with you. And what I said at least second session, till second session price will remain range bound, right? This information, how you had to use this information. Now let us discuss about this day trading action, how to apply the what's techniques on this. See here, this is the high which is made by the price yesterday, right? The same point I used for as a halt number 1. It means whenever the price took resistance at this point, it became the first testing of this temporary resistance. Whenever the price, I asked one of my members about, tell me about the techniques, how would you apply these testing conditions on this halt. He said, sir, this is the first temporary testing. But he forgot that this yesterday peak is also a point from where sir has given the halt number 1. It means it is also a point of temporary resistance. What he said this is the point of temporary resistance. He forgot about this point. That is why when you make this point as the temporary resistance point, it means you need the testing point for this. But where is testing point for this? No testing point for this point. That is why you would not be able to take trade on this information, because you need, after the temporary point, you need minimum 1 testing, and that is not available here, right? So you cannot take trade in that direction. But if you apply this here as a temporary resistance point, and this is as the first testing point, then you get your trade. Check here, this is the selling candle which shows the selling, right? When the selling is shown in this point, it means the price should go down, and same price action you can see by this candle, it is going down. This confirms that at this point the bears have entered. And now how you manage your entry point, that is a skill. By applying these techniques, you can get your entry towards that direction, because that direction, the direction has already come in form of testing. Testing has already been completed in the first stage, and after first testing, 30% time you will get your trade in that direction. So here you get the second information of this candle, which is a selling candle, and after that the selling confirms it by this candle. And whenever you find that the price is taking resistance, see the resistance, it is taking resistance on 27 EMA, apply here sub testing to take out your entry point. So how would you react on the sub testing? See how you would apply this. This becomes the temporary resistance point. This is first testing, this is second testing, and whenever the second testing is done, this is sub testing. I am talking about this sub testing because the main testing is this point. This is the first testing point. After that, you have to take out your trade towards downside, because the price is range bound here. That is why you have to apply your testing conditions at this point also. So whenever the second testing is complete at this point, you need to find your trade towards that direction, right? Whenever this candle is formed, the bearish candle is formed, it is clear indication that now the time has come to take downside position, because the sub testing testings have also been completed. So this is your entry point, this is your stop loss point. I keep always a very small stop loss for my trades, so that I do not want to give much money in form of stop loss by keeping the stop loss at this point. I am an aggressive trader. I will keep my stop loss at, if the stop loss is hit, it's okay, because it is a very small stop loss for me. I can recover in another trade. Right now, see, you entered at this point and price broke from this candle, the 171 EMA. It is a clear indication that the sellers who entered at this point are now aggressive, and they're taking the price to the downside. Right now, you see at this point what they did, they made a pattern. Right, this is a candlestick pattern. Basically, it's not the piercing pattern. You would call it a I am forgetting the name of this pattern. This is a pattern. I do not require. If you remember this pattern, please do write in the comment box so that others can also know about this pattern. This is a pattern. I think it's a kicker pattern, but it's almost a kicker pattern. Right now, see, this pattern is made, and whenever this pattern is made, you enter at this point. It is a clear reversal pattern. It means you have to take your profit at this point. Don't wait for the other candles to form, because if you wait for the other candles to form, this is providing as this 27 EMA is providing as resistance. Then what will happen if you wait for exit? Then the price would reach to this point, and your profit will decrease drastically. That I do not want. So I will exit my position exactly on this reversal pattern whenever this reversal pattern is made. Right. So this was your first entry in the Bank Nifty. Right now, you see the next information. The price made a range. Whenever the range is made at this point, right, what you have to do, you have to apply the testing techniques. What will happen here? This is your temporary point of testing. This is first point of testing, and this becomes the second point of testing. It means you will get your trade towards upside, because the two testings have already been completed here. But on the upside, if you see, this is the temporary testing point, and this is the first testing point, and this becomes the second testing point. But when the second testing point from the upside completes, before this point, you get the testing point on the support side. That is why you will have to find your trade in this region. But here the information is not matching for the upside move, because the testing second has already been done. So we need some confirmation that the price is going to move upside by the candlestick formation. Right, if you see the candlestick formation at this point, let me enlarge it for you so that you can understand this properly. If you see this candle information, the price made support, and this is the engulfing pattern, bullish engulfing pattern. And what pattern is this? This is the spinning top. These two patterns have been made. It means it's a clear upside move should be seen. But what happened? The 171 EMA gave you this pattern. This is the evening star pattern. Three candles are made. It is called the evening star pattern. It means that buying of these pattern or testing, second testing is rejected by this evening star pattern. Right. So it means you did not get your trade setup towards the upside, although you got the information of reverse side to take your trade. Information now comes here that this support side also completed the first testing point, and this becomes the second testing point. And what is the information on the second testing point? This is the bearish engulfing pattern. Whenever you see this information in form of second testing, and you have the information of this failure of support side condition, it means you have to take your position to downside at this level. And where is your reward point? Where is your exit point? This is your exit point. So this was your second trade of the day. And now you see the perfection of the levels which I marked here. If you see, the price remained whole day, completely whole day between these two halts which I made, and exactly took the resistance of this halt, exactly took support of this halt. what sort of information I every day provide to you, so that you people can make your trading easy. And whatever the information I gave you, how to use that information, I every discuss in uh, evening video. If you apply these techniques with my marking and ideas which I provide here, I can 101% assure you, you would make definitely daily money. Daily money. Anybody feel that you cannot make money, then sit with me one day live session. I'll tell you how to make money. So that is all about today's trading, and how you had to take your positions with the information which I gave you yesterday on the YouTube platform. You would have traded like this. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will meet you with the next information available on Monday. Till then, goodbye.